Hello guys and welcome to our brand new Q&A special here where of course it's gonna be the dynamic duo here answering these questions that you guys have submitted down below in our little Google Forms. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for all the responses, and like I said, it's the dynamic duo here. So say
hi guys, or oh god, I called you guys. Oh no, whoops. I'm sorry. I've been if we're not gaming, then I guess we're not gamers, right?
Oh, okay.
So I guess
true.
it works. Hi everyone, this is Tanya over here.
But yes.
I today I will not talk to you as a fellow gamer, but rather just talk to you as a fellow human, if that's all right with you.
And I do not know the responses to these questions.
He doesn't know the questions, not the responses.
I don't know the questions.
He doesn't know the questions, so I have a Google form open, ready to go. Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
So we got a lot of questions. We're only gonna do, a good amount, probably. 20 maybe.
All right.
So something along those lines, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy. It could be funny. I mean, he doesn't know what the questions are, so no. And I know some of these and they're actually kind of funny, so here we go. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask something pretty funny.
Okay.
What day of the week do you think you are?
Oh.
Like if you had to pick, there's 7 days of the week, right?
Yeah.
So which day of the week? Like if you had if all of the days of the week embodied a personality.
Okay.
Like which personality?
Maybe a Thursday?
Ooh, okay, that's a spicy choice. Tell us why Thursday.
I don't know, because I thought Thursday.
Okay, well
I don't think I'm a weekend, but I'm not like a Monday or a Wednesday, because a Monday and a Wednesday are like the two miserable days, you know?
All right, I am
somewhere in between.
I am a Friday, because Friday. I think Friday is like the beginning of everything, right? And I think personally, I think everything that's really fun happens on a Saturday. Because it's Friday is at least for me, I got work. So half my Fridays are spent working and the other half is spent trying to unwind from working. So
oh, yeah.
I Friday to me is like a day of, it's a little chaotic because of, some stuff, but it's also calm. So I would say I'm calm and chaotic. I'm chaotic, chaotic neutral. There you go.
Gotcha.
Have you guys ever seen that chart? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm chaotic neutral over here. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Who is your favorite music artist of all time? This is a more personal question.
Okay.
Let us hear it.
Favorite music.
I mean, I already know these things, guys. I mean, I date the guy, so I know everything. Well, I didn't know what day of the week he thought himself as, but now I know he likes to think of himself as a Thursday.
Yes.
So.
Well, my favorite musical artist, I would say, is a group called Autechre, which is a experimental electronic duo who makes pretty crazy instrumental electronic music. So, if that sounds up your way, check them out. A lot of people don't really like it, but it's okay.
And by a lot of people, he means me and his friends and stuff. I mean, I've tried to listen to it, guys. It's really something. I'm not gonna say anything. I think you should check it out for yourself. If you're inclined to, if you're the type of person that likes to check out music and stuff, I would say check it out. I mean, give it a shot. You never know.
Yeah.
But for myself, that is kind of hard to say because I mean, I'm not the experimental techno person over here. Right. I mean, that's not really my forte. I'm more of a pop or indie rock or alternative rock kind of girl, That's kind of my vibe. I'm gonna say, now, I mean, a lot of people are gonna give me slack for this, depending on who you are. I see y'all in the comments now. But I'm gonna say Taylor Swift, and before anyone starts to be like, well, shake it off. Well, yeah, shake it off. But there's other songs, okay? This one over here, I converted. So if that tells you all you need to know, then there you go. I'm more of a, when I listen to music, I'm more of a lyricist person. I like the lyrics more. I'm I like to write, so I'm more of that kind of creativity type of person, and and then he likes the actual music itself.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a like instrumental type of guy. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
So then together we're just a whole song, you know?
Yeah.
I'm the words and he's the music, and together we're one song. Anyway, and you know, guys, it would be so fun if you guys want to answer some of these questions yourselves in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Just like
feel free.
feel free to let us know like what you think about what we said, or if you want to tell us about yourselves too. I mean, we're all a community here, so why not have fun and get to know each other, right?
Oh yes, for sure.
All right. Is there a particular audience you're trying to reach with your YouTube channel?
A particular audience. Well, I think like
a demographic.
A demographic, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna put this in terms of like age because like, I mean, realistically, like I would say, you know, our channel's not for people that are like, you know, younger than like
13?
Yeah, even
Yeah.
younger than like 16. I mean, with a lot of the references that we make, it's a lot of we do mention a lot of like early 2000s stuff, and so and obviously we swear a lot. So it's
There you go.
we don't have an audience meant for young children. And then
Yeah.
again, it's also we're definitely also not like geared towards boomers. I mean,
hey, you know, it'd be funny to see a boomer in the comments.
it's
so.
not to say that like you can't watch this channel if you're older. Like that's not what we're saying. But like I feel like what we're like aiming towards is somewhere in the middle. And you know, I would say our channel is more geared towards like definitely not like any like crazy gaming enthusiasts. I would say our channel is more geared towards like casual gamers, people who enjoy like party games, like couch co-op games, obviously. That's kind of what we aim for. That's kind of the
Yeah.
vibes we aim for.
See, for
so.
me, I feel like it's a really nostalgic type of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like on the channel, there's a lot of nostalgic games played. I mean, like, from something from, like, Super Mario Bros. To, like, Wii Sports. It's, like, it's a very nostalgic type of feel. It's kind of like if you want to have a trip down memory lane and kind of relive your, like, childhood memories, then you can watch some of these videos and maybe get a laugh or two at like some jokes or something, and stick around and see like what other games, because you know I feel like this channel is very laid back, and I think that's what makes it really unique, because I feel like a lot of gaming channels on YouTube, I guess they're more competitive, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're more focused on the actual like game itself,
Exactly.
for sure. And I would say, you know, we have a good combination of like new games, old games. Like, you know, we did Lego Star Wars Super Paper Mario, but we're also doing like the latest Pokemon game, and we did like Advance Wars, which is a new game that came out. So we try to have a good mix of new games and old games. That's kind of what we try to do.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go, guys. For whoever wanted to know that, there you go. All right. So what motivated you to start the channel in the first place? Now we're going to get even deeper.
Okay,
this is the nitty gritty right here.
That's a good one, because I would say that what motivated me to start the channel, I will actually, you know, look this up right here, is a channel called We Like to Play, which I don't know if they're still going. I guess they are. Is this channel right here. Now, they've kind of changed a lot, and it used to be like a 4-player channel. So like if you're looking at all of these videos, a lot of like 4-player stuff, like Super Mario
this is
3D
like
World,
10 years ago. 9 years ago. Wow.
And I used to watch these like when they would come out. So like this channel, I would definitely say, inspired me to start this. And I actually like have an old channel, like 2 old channels for Couches and Cables. They were both called Juke Dama, which, you know, you can read more about that. Actually, we have a wiki page that talks all about the history of our channel, all the struggles and changes we've made, because it's been a lot. It was not always the same group we have here. It was not always the same setup or anything, or it was very different. So, you know, if you're at all curious about the history of the channel, I would recommend checking out that wiki page we have. But basically, yeah, I would say that channel definitely was one of the big inspirations. And just, you know, eventually I realized, hey, I can just use phones to record a screen, because that's how it started out, and edit together some videos that way. And, you know, it worked out for a while, and eventually we got to where we are now.
I mean, you were pretty young when you started YouTube, right?
Oh, when I started my actual, like, Yeah, like just
Yeah.
myself. Like
When you started YouTube, you were pretty young, yeah.
yeah, I was I think in 7th grade. So,
Yeah, dang guys.
and I basically did Minecraft videos for the most part, and
I mean, that was really like big back then.
yeah, for sure.
So you have a pretty long background with YouTube and
Yeah.
its mechanics and working through like getting views and just like the kind of content you want to post on here, basically.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. And like thumbnail making, I've gone through a lot of learning and trial and error and making thumbnails, and I'm pretty happy with where they're at right now. I think they look really nice.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But-
I met you like a year ago, right?
Right.
And I started watching your stuff when we met because I was just very curious, you know. And am I looking back? I'm looking at your stuff now, and I can definitely see the improvements made. And I just think that's really cool when you get to see that kind of evolution.
Even within like a year.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
you can see like small details, even if it's very subtle. I mean, it's I just wanted to say it's just very interesting to see the evolution of somebody's growth in their craft, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that question to whoever asked that, because that's a very interesting one. We went on a bit of a tangent, but that's all right.
That's expected here, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of just talk. You know, I guess that's kind of what this video is for. It's just to talk, to be ourselves. You know, no gimmicks or anything. Just kind of vibing. You know.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
For sure.
All right. I'm gonna ask a funny question now
All
because
right.
I feel like we've had a lot of deep questions.
What's this?
Would you ever shave your head?
Would I ever go bald?
Okay, there's going bald, which is having like a bald spot. But would you ever go just
Well,
like
yeah,
cold
but, like,
turkey,
entire- I
no
know what you
hair,
mean.
cold turkey, no hair, like
I
that
don't-
kind of thing, like have an egghead, basically.
Unless I was getting paid like a ton of money to do that, I don't think I could.
Okay, tell us why.
I don't know. I'm pretty passionate about my hair. I mean, I'd say my hair is a bit longer than like the character I have. Maybe I have to get an updated character or something.
It looks a little more like
But-
Williams now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The difference. But like, yeah, I don't know. I would say like I've always been passionate about my hair and having like longer hair, and so it's just I could never see myself bald. I think I'd be a different person.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd like it.
Honestly, I think I could do it.
You could do it.
I think I could do it because it's like, to me, I think it would be symbolic. I guess a lot of people view hair as like symbolic and
Yeah.
parts of themselves. And I guess like, you know, let's say you go through a really hard patch in your life and you just kind of, you know, you start over cold turkey and then just shave your head, you know. I just feel like, I mean, everybody that I've heard who shaves their head says that it's a very freeing experience and it's liberating. So I'm very curious, but you know, who knows? I could end up one day shaving my head and totally regretting it and then just wearing wigs or just hiding and wearing hoodies and
Oh,
no one ever
no.
sees my head again, you know, that kind of thing. So I guess, yeah, I think I could do it, but do I want to do it anytime soon? Definitely
No.
not. But
Okay.
I you know, well, maybe I'll give it a shot one day.
All
Maybe,
right.
comment down below if you'd like to see a shaved head
Oh,
of
man.
mine on the internet.
Yes.
All
Let
right.
us know.
All right. What do you hope viewers walk away with after seeing one of your videos? Like, what do you want to leave them with? Like,
Well, I mean, obviously our content isn't like super deep or anything like that. You know,
No.
it's
it's pretty like what you see is what you get.
what you see is what you get. Which is,
Yeah.
it's not. Our goal here is not to like, you know, have some really deep, complex messages or anything like that on this channel. You know, I've been considering like starting out like maybe like a commentary review thing that would be more like deep on a different channel. I've actually been thinking about that. I've actually been thinking about doing that
Yes.
with in the dynamic duo. So, you know, tangent, but let us know if that's something that might interest you. But I hope people, you know, watch our videos to have a good laugh, you know, help feel a little bit more like included. I always try to make a big effort to respond to all the comments that I can on here. So whenever anyone leaves a comment, especially with anything like insightful or interesting or just letting us know that you enjoyed the video, I always try to like kind of have that personal connection. Like, so, you know,
Yeah.
you can always feel like welcomed and just like kind of like almost like there, like
Yeah.
watching the games happen and just part of the like entertainment. So
Yeah, I kind of view it like, they're kind of like, they may be spectators per se, but
yeah,
we're all humans, we're all friends, and we just kind of want to engage in that way.
yeah,
And
definitely.
whether it's that someone leaves a comment with like a tip, or someone just wants to say hi, I find that really like, it's really nice. It's comforting to
For
see
sure,
that.
yeah. It is really nice. And I do want to just say that, whenever anyone leaves a comment, it really does help, like, make my day. So, like, please, like, feel free, leave some comments. I really appreciate it. Just even the simplest stuff, like, nice video, like, I enjoyed this a lot, like, does really help. So,
Yeah. And I feel like with something like this, it's like, I mean, I'm thinking about like the pandemic, right? And we were all inside and everything.
mhm.
I feel like YouTube was a really big comfort in a lot of people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like, that's something that I guess you could take away from the video on this channel is comfort.
Yeah.
Feeling comforted, feeling, I guess like you have something to look forward to.
Yeah. That's definitely one of the big goals. So I would agree with that, yes.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to just be able to try to like engage and make connections, even if you're not like, they're not super deep connections per
Right.
se, but I think it's still a valuable connection.
Yeah, me too. So that's a good question. Thank you.
All right. What is your favorite food?
My favorite food. I feel like it always changes, and you have to give me like a category.
Oh
Because
gosh.
it's like asking me what my favorite song is.
Okay,
I
but
can't
that's
just,
yeah. Okay.
but
All right.
I-
All right. I'll give you like some like types of food. Okay.
okay.
So let's do like Mexican food, like American food, Chinese food, like just kind of like cultural foods, basically, or something.
Okay.
Like that.
I'm one thing you should probably know about me. I'm a pretty picky eater, so I'm not gonna like anything fancy. But I would say, here I'll categorize it like this. I'll give my favorite dessert, my favorite entree, and my favorite breakfast.
Okay.
Because I can think of those things.
Okay, go for it.
My favorite breakfast would be a French toast. You don't
I'm
like.
sorry, guys. I don't like French toast. It's just because the French toast I've had is like really eggy, and for those of you who don't know, I despise eggs with
Yeah.
a massive passion. I literally have not had it like an egg in like 12 years. So
No, I love the like cinnamoniness, and like I usually can't taste the eggs too much. It's there, but like I more so taste the cinnamon and the fluffy toast, and it's such a good thing for me.
all right, moving on to entree.
Entree, I would probably say probably I gotta give it to Olive Garden's mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's a specific type of mac and
but
cheese right here.
it's a very comfort food thing
He's like,
for
not
me.
just any mac and cheese, guys. Olive Garden mac
with
and
Parmesan
cheese.
cheese on it.
Ooh,
So-
sometimes you don't do the Parmesan cheese though.
No, I try to every time. But I won't do it all the time if I'm getting pasta. But I would say that's my favorite entree. And then favorite dessert, I would probably say is brownies.
Oh yes.
Which, fun fact, we actually made brownies tonight. So
Oh,
it was
brownies?
very
Yeah.
nice.
All right. So for myself, my favorite food is carne asada tacos. And carne asada, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically like steak, like skirt steak, and you cut it up, you chop it up into little square pieces, and in a taco, you get it like a tortilla, and you put it in there. You can put like all sorts of stuff on there. I mean, I don't go really crazy because, like Justin over here, I am picky. I am picky too. I mean, you just heard me go on my tangent about eggs, but
Right.
which I'm pretty sure like almost everybody on the entire planet Earth likes eggs, but I mean,
I don't like just eating eggs, but
to each their own. But yeah, I think that's my favorite food probably. I mean, I could eat that like all the time. Like I grew up eating tacos. If you grew up eating tacos, you know, right? Especially your mom's tacos or something. They're very tasty, very good. So I'd say that's my favorite food. But if anyone wants to know my favorite dessert, it's also brownies. Brownies
Yes.
are just, I don't know. I love brownies. They're chocolatey and gooey, and they're very comforting and nostalgic for me.
They are, for sure.
Even though I grew up with a mother who doesn't like brownies, but that's okay.
Yeah. I don't know how.
How did you meet everyone in Couches and Cables?
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is a pretty long explanation, huh?
I am going to exclude everyone who's not in the channel and been in the past.
If you want to hear about that, go on the wiki page.
Yeah, go on the wiki page. There's brief explanations. I should probably add maybe more in-depth explanations on how I've met people. But besides that, I'm just going to explain you, obviously, Tanya. I will explain William, Daniel, Hector, Kevin, Luis. I think that's everyone. Even though William is technically... William just left the channel too, by the way, which I did explain earlier, but I could mention that here. William will not be returning, unfortunately. So, but he was, I will mention him here because he's been in the channel for a long time. So, basically, I'll start with
the
Tanya.
guest of honor here. No, I'm just kidding.
The guest of honor. Well, we met on a dating app.
That's anyone who wants to know. Yeah, we met on a dating app, and I didn't even know that he had a YouTube channel for like a while until like later, maybe a few months after we met.
Right.
And then I started watching it, and
Yes.
And then we got together, and I would see him do that, and I was very curious about the channel, mostly because I casually gamed in my life. I never really actually did it the way he had done it before. I didn't grow up with any types of fandoms or anything like that. I just, I would play a game or two with my brother or somebody who was around my house. And so I was just very curious about it all. And then later on, I was like, it would be interesting to do something. It'd be kind of fun.
Yes. And but I like to say that we met at a Barnes & Noble. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
technically how we
That's technically true.
we first met each other in person.
Yeah, but that's how we met, and
Yes.
so and now I'm here, guys. So I hope you're okay with my presence because I like being here. It's fun.
Oh yes, and I love having you here too.
Aw,
So
I paid him to say that, guys.
that's not true. But then I'll explain William. I'm not gonna give specific details and locations to keep personal
For privacy
for
reasons.
privacy reasons. But I met William at the community college I was going to. Fun fact, literally 2 weeks before everything went in lockdown from the pandemic. I was just I basically on a whim, I just met the guy and I was like, hey, I got this YouTube channel, because I think he brought up YouTube, and I was like, hey, I got this YouTube channel, you'd be interested? And he's like, okay, sure. And
the rest is history, guys.
Yeah, and then he came over, had a good time. I accidentally called him Matthew, so that was a whole thing. He went by Matthew for a while as a joke. Don't ask how my brain thought that. That's a very interesting thing.
Did it even look like Matthew though?
I thought I heard Matthew. Yeah. That's all.
But the rest is history.
The rest is history. And then Daniel and Kevin, both of them, I actually met where I was working. It was at I'll just say it's at a retail location. I'm not going to get any more specific than that. But they were both friends already and, had an interest in gaming. They like to talk about it. So I was like, hey, want to join in? And I believe Daniel joined first, and then Kevin joined a month later. So there was that. And then with Hector was a friend of William's.
So a friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend who knew William for a long time. And then eventually, basically word got out, and he was interested in participating, seeing what it was all about, and then just, got more into it. And then with Luis was a friend of Hector's, who Hector invited.
So a friend of a friend of a friend.
Basically. So
word spread like wildfire, guys.
Yes. And
with that, the channel grew.
Yes, and that's where we're at right now. So that is basically the gist of how without going too into detail to keep privacy intact, that's basically how I met everyone in the channel. So there you go.
There you got it, guys. There you go. The mystery has been solved.
Yes.
Let's get a funny one.
Okay.
Is your girlfriend moody?
I don't know who asked this, but
To answer your question, no, I am not. But if I come across as moody, I'm sorry.
I'm like, I don't know what you mean by moody. Like, we all have moods, but
moody, like, I don't know, like I'm on my period or something.
no.
What? What?
That's a funny one, but I'm gonna say no. So
no, I am not moody. I am just awkward, guys.
No.
I can awkward, yes. Stupid, maybe.
No.
Moody, definitely not. So
Yeah.
there you go.
There's your answer.
What is everyone's favorite series on the channel?
Everyone's. Well, I'm hoping I can get like maybe I'll text around some more responses to the other members of the channel, just maybe to pop those up. But we can only really answer myself and Thanya here.
Yeah, all
and
right.
Hopefully I can get some more responses to put on screen for you. But if not, oh well, I guess.
Say lovey.
My favorite series on the channel.
I think I have an answer if it's gonna take you a moment.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite series is the Wii Sports Resort one.
Ooh,
I wasn't
yeah.
even in this series, guys.
This
It's
one
like
right here.
it's the first series that I ever watched on this channel. Because at the time, that's when it came out, when like I first started watching his stuff. So it was like a year ago, and it just, I don't know. I was like dying of laughter when I was watching these videos because they're so real, you know. Like everyone was fucking up, and it was so funny because it's like, you look at yourself, you look at that, and you're like, yeah, I see myself. Like I would totally fuck this up, and it's so real. I think that's what makes the channel really fun. Is that, you know, it's so laid back. It's like we're not super intense gamers. Like we mess up and we make jokes about it, and it's funny. So it's like, I don't know. I really enjoyed that. That's probably my favorite series on the channel.
All right, that's a very good answer, I would say, and that's definitely one of my favorites too. I'm just gonna answer in terms of Couches and Cables series, so nothing from the past Juke Dama. Like, you can go into the playlist and see all of our series, and there's stuff way back when with like Juke Dama content. But in terms of Couches and Cables, which started with the Bowser's Fury series, Jesus, I can point out my least favorite one. My least favorite was probably Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was just so
frustrating.
Madness. That was awful.
I wasn't even in those, but I would watch them, and y'all just like, especially you, were getting so frustrated.
That was a frustrating game.
Didn't you have to cut out like so much in those videos?
I had to, yeah, and I mean, I can point out negative ones, but I would say my favorite one, I would probably say Mario Party 8 though. That just, I like the party games on the channel. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime was also a fun one. This is a super underrated one. It doesn't have a lot of views, but it's kind of a random game, but I would really recommend checking that out. That was a super fun cooperative party game. But I would say probably the Mario Party 8 series. It's just
he didn't say our series, guys. He just thinks it's shit.
That's not even true.
I'm playing.
No, I did love doing the Super Paper Mario series too. It's definitely up there. But I would say Mario Party 8 is my favorite just because I love the party games. Even though Daniel like won every time, it's okay. He's
like, I lost every time, guys, but I still enjoyed myself.
I did. I want to do more party games. I want to do like other Mario parties. I want to do
Family
Wii Party,
Game Night.
Family Game Night. I really want to do more party games for the channel.
They're fun.
I'm super looking forward to doing those. So.
Yeah. What equipment do you use to record your videos?
Oh, okay. This is a really good one. I'd have to like really go into detail here, but basically right now actually we're not doing the usual setup. We're using a single microphone. It's a AKG P420, I think. It was like $200. It's pretty, pricey mic, but
pricey,
mics
guys.
can get really pricey, so
mics are pricey.
Yeah. And then, for the most part, it just goes into like an audio interface, and then that goes into the computer. We use OBS to record our videos. We do use an Elgato capture card. I think it's an Elgato HD60X, I believe. It's one of the newest ones that came out. Before that, we had an Elgato HD60 Pro, which is built into a computer, but this one's a standalone one. And so we don't actually use the Elgato software. We use OBS. I find for anyone that's ever interested in recording capture card stuff, OBS is so much better than actually using Elgato's software. Please, I'm just PSA. Use OBS.
He's like really passionate about
Don't
this,
use
guys.
Elgato's capture card software. It sucks. I've had so many problems with it. OBS is so much better.
Thank
Anyway,
you for the PSA.
Yes, thank you for my TED Talk. But for our normal setup, we have 4 headsets. They're, I think they're Audio Technica's like BPHS ones. I think we have 4 of those, and then they go into a mixer, which is a Zoom LiveTrack L8. I'm surprised I actually know all this.
No, I'm just like
I'm a little passionate about my equipment.
I don't know shit, guys. So
But-
I'm just gonna be like, yep, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, we have 4 headsets. That goes into the mixer, and then we obviously have a capture card. So all in all, like all of the equipment, at least for the main equipment, probably cost, excluding excluding my computer, which probably cost over $1,000 to get upgraded and stuff. All in all, it probably cost like $1,500 for everything. It's expensive. It's expensive to record.
It's
so,
expensive to be a YouTuber, guys.
Yeah, just keep that in mind. I mean, there's obviously budget options. You can get like 4 USB mics and a USB hub, and like, you know, that'll work for you. So you just, you know, work your way up. Like, start with something small. Start recording with your phones, and see if you like it. Don't waste $1,000 on all this equipment if it's not for you, because you're not gonna want to do that.
All right.
That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that question. Thank you.
All right. What's the longest video you've ever made?
It definitely would be one of our one-offs.
Okay.
So let's see. Where is my one-offs playlist? I'm trying to see if I can find it. Probably will be recent.
I know the Wii Sports one was really long.
Yeah.
That was like
my
almost
gosh.
an hour.
There it is. One-off videos.
Yeah. So that was almost an hour.
So there's an hour. I know we did stuff that was more than an hour. Here we go. This Splatoon 3 was an hour and 8 minutes. That's the longest one I can find so far. I think that was it. Yeah, an hour. We usually don't make videos that go over like an hour, but I think that was the longest one right there. The Splatoon world premiere, at least for Couches and Cables. I'm not sure for other content. I know I have my old one-offs playlist. Let me see really quick if I can find that. Oh, here it is. Okay, old one-off videos.
Ooh. An hour and 1 minute, an hour and...
Hour and 10.
Minutes. Hour and 10.
Oh, hour and 35.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, we definitely had longer videos in the olden days, in the Jukdama days. I think, hour and 41 minutes.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Hour and 41.
That's the longest, guys.
There's it is.
Almost 2 hours.
The Jukdama Super Bowl 2019 special of playing Nintendo Land. That's our longest video. So there you go, if anyone was wondering. There's our official answer.
An hour and 41 minutes, guys. You could watch a movie right there. That's a movie.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. What is the height difference between you and your girlfriend?
I'm 6 foot and a half.
And I'm 5'4", guys. So there you go. Math.
8.5 inches.
That's math right there.
So there you go.
It's not a huge difference, really. I don't know.
I wouldn't say.
It's not that. I mean, sometimes I have to go on my tippy toes, so maybe that just tells you that it's like, I don't know. I'm just mega short, so.
I wouldn't even say that.
That's what tall people always say. Oh, you're not that short.
You're not.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, if you're shorter than me, please comment down below, because fellow short gang.
Yes, feel free.
Gotta love our shorties, am I right? Shoddy? No.
Shoddy, oh my gosh.
All right, what are your fave hobbies?
Fave.
Someone said fave.
Fave.
Not favorite, fave. What are
Favorite
your
hobbies.
And they spelled your with the UR. So, what are
right.
your favorite hobbies?
I mean, obviously recording. It's, I hate to break it to you, it's not a job. We get like $1, if that, a day, so it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, guys, hate to burst the bubble, but making it on YouTube is pretty hard.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to help, let us know. But anyway, that obviously this. Honestly, I don't really play video games too much by myself. as a big surprise. I rarely play video games.
You've been playing them with me recently, though.
Yeah, we play them with each other, but like by myself, I don't like.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'd say doing that. Definitely making music though. I do actually have a artist profile called Indigo Projection. You can find it on pretty much, I don't know, all the main stuff: Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, YouTube
too.
I don't have a lot of plays at all, but you know, if you want to check it out, feel free. So that's definitely another thing. And then obviously, you know, I'll say spending time with my girlfriend.
Yeah, guys. I think my favorite hobbies, I mean, like I said before, I like to write. So I'm a writer. I like to write stories, and by stories I mean legitimate novels. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to write a novel as we speak, and it's a fantasy novel, and I'm not going to necessarily go into details, but according to my partner here, it's a very unique concept.
I would say so.
And
yes.
I would say so as well. It's a pretty unique concept. Lots of very interesting elements involved, and hopefully one day you'll see it on a shelf.
I hope so too.
Here's hoping, but
Yes.
I'm definitely trying to write it, and it's been very fun. It's been like a more than a year-long process, because I mean, depending on who you are very meticulous, and I'm meticulous when it comes to my writing.
Yes.
But so writing definitely is something that's a huge hobby. Reading, I love to read. I probably read faster than anyone I've ever met in my whole life.
That's true. Yes. She reads ridiculously fast. It's crazy. So
I can read like 2 pages in like
that's-
a minute.
It's a secret talent of hers. So.
And I don't even need to really cultivate this talent. It came to me.
Yeah.
It came to me in a dream, guys. No. And then I would probably say like I listen to music. I love listening to music.
Oh, yeah.
Music is a huge part of my life. I just would say anything creative, you know. Anything artistic is definitely a fun hobby of mine. So
Yeah.
I would say that, you know, painting, photography, things like that. It's very fun.
Yeah. I love
Alright.
listening to music too.
Do you play any tabletop games like D&D, Warhammer, Pathfinder, etc.? Or like, would you want to if we don't?
Well, yeah, I've tried D&D once, and I don't know, our dungeon master was kind of like really strict and stuff, and I didn't enjoy it, but I'd be willing to try Dungeons and Dragons again. We also did it online, so I've never actually done a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. It was online. I think it was during the pandemic. And then I don't know. I mean, I play like board games. I like playing board games like you know, Monopoly and card games like Uno and stuff like that. But
Cards Against Humanity, guys.
yeah, but in terms of like Warhammer and stuff like that, I don't really play tabletop games. I've been thinking about it, like trying a D&D campaign or something like that. So maybe that'll happen. But for now,
Let us know if you guys want to see that.
yes, for now, not really.
What is the hardest part of keeping a channel useful / meaningful to its viewers?
Useful and meaningful to its viewers. The hardest part, you know,
That's deep.
This is deep because like I think it kind of depends on the viewers. Like it's what they're looking for in terms of the content. So like probably the hardest thing is trying to like stay in the trend. You know, we do a lot of like retro games and stuff like that, but we do try to do new games, and one of the biggest reasons we do new games as well is to try to reach an audience. And
Stay relevant, basically.
one of the hardest things about that is like you gotta play the games as soon as they're released. You gotta get a hold of it, and you gotta like record it the day of, sometimes like midnight when it comes out. Like in the past, Nintendo games usually come out at like 9 p.m. for us, and so sometimes we would meet up at 9 o'clock at night and try to record and rush it and get it out. And it's paid off, like sometimes. Like the Lego Star Wars series, we did that, and it got it has 75,000 views at this point, which is crazy, by the way. Thanks for those views. But yeah, I mean that's probably the hardest thing, and you know. Sometimes it just can't be done. Like things come up. Like if we're trying to record with 4 people, it's like, how are you gonna get 4 people to show up at 9 o'clock every time? So
Or midnight.
yeah, exactly. So that's one of the hardest things. Hey, we're planning on doing the new Pikmin game that's coming out, but I know there may be some complications with that.
We'll get into that eventually.
We'll get into that eventually, but we're hoping we can get it out as soon as possible.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens.
All right. What's your favorite game to play? Like, video game of like all time.
Favorite game. I'll give a couple answers because I want to give a general one, but also like a favorite like nostalgic one.
Okay.
So
go for it.
My in general favorite video game of all time is probably, it's got to be Minecraft, just because of how versatile, how different it can be. You can add a bunch of different mods, you can do servers, you can do maps, you can do creative mode, survival mode. There is so much endless stuff you can do in Minecraft that
and it's still relevant to this day. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, it might change from time to time, but I'm gonna say right now I'm gonna say a game called Burnout 3, which we did on the channel.
Check it out, guys.
Right here.
This is just a promotional thing. No, I'm just kidding.
But I've always, that's one of the games that I played really, really young in my childhood, and it holds a lot of nostalgic value playing it to this day. So I just love coming back to it every now and then. And hopefully, if you guys check it out, you might enjoy it too.
For myself, like I said, I didn't play many games growing up, but I'll say nostalgic purposes is Wii Sports, because that was the first game I ever played in my entire life. I must have been 5 years old, and I was playing Wii Sports in the good old fashioned early 2000s. You know how it'd be.
Yes.
And we actually, like I said, we did a Wii Sports. Yes. We did a one-off, and then we also did a training battle.
A Wii Sports training battle.
All of that was super fun to relive all of that. Like I said, the whole thing about nostalgia and reliving your childhood memories, that's a really fun thing.
Yeah.
But I would say my favorite game of all time, oh gosh, that is really hard. I might say Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not understand the whole hype about Animal Crossing. When Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in 2020. I know everybody was obsessed with that, right? You would see that everywhere. I don't think anyone, everybody and your mom played Animal Crossing, basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. I was like, this just seems very, I don't know, very simple. I don't know, maybe it's not very interesting. And then I started playing it 7 months ago or something like that, and it's been really fun. I've actually really enjoyed it. It is a really calm game. You can progress through it, but I would say it's the kind of game that everybody can play, and that's what makes it super fun.
Yeah, so. It's a very casual, fun game for sure.
So I have enjoyed it a lot. So I would probably say Animal Crossing New Horizons.
All right.
What's the funniest thing your girlfriend has ever told you? I tell him funny things every single day. Thank you.
Yeah. How do I choose?
I don't know. What's something that I've said that's I don't know, made you laugh so hard that you pissed your pants or something?
Oh, actually, I know.
Oh God. Am I gonna be embarrassed here?
No. I hope. Well, I don't know. Actually, well, a couple days ago, this is a funny one, and I have no shame telling this, but basically, I farted, and it was it was a loud fart, but it sounded extremely fake.
Okay, this wasn't even a joke though. I didn't even tell him a joke.
Yeah, you she literally
I didn't believe
dead ass believed that I was lying insanely.
Because, guys, it literally sounded like he just went with his lips, did blue raspberries. And so I was like, you're such a liar. And he's like, it smells. And I'm like, it doesn't smell at all. And I was like, you're such a liar. Man's literally threw himself on the floor laughing. I thought he was turning red, pissing himself on the floor, on the carpet. My poor cat was like, what the actual fuck is happening here?
Yeah, because I was just like, there's no way. I couldn't believe it sounded that fake.
It did!
And that's just the funniest thing.
And then I was like, okay, fine, whatever, I believe you that you farted. If you farted, that's great. But it didn't sound real, so, there you go. And apparently that was really funny to him that I didn't believe him.
Oh,
so.
I think I was dying. Yeah, it was amazing.
Dying. But, yeah, maybe that'll be the funniest thing. And I didn't even tell him anything. All I said was, I don't believe you. And apparently that's, really funny.
It was.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna get into a really deep one here, alright?
Okay.
What has been your biggest triumph and biggest regret?
In life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume in life because it's not specifying, but I'm gonna say in life. Which this is pretty deep. For whoever asked this is really deep question.
Biggest regret and biggest triumph
in life. I mean, I don't know. It didn't say channel, so I'm gonna just go in general, like in life.
It's hard for me to like. I don't know. It's hard because life has changed so much. Like, I feel like, I think my biggest regret might have been like, probably just like, being like, I guess like not really like getting to know a whole like people during like high school and stuff like that, and during college.
Really?
Especially college. I was really quiet in college, and I didn't make, besides William, which was at the very end, like before the pandemic, I didn't really make any friends. So I think, and you know, a part of that's just because of COVID and like how everything went online. And maybe I could have made more of an effort to make friends online, like through COVID. But like, I would say like maybe, because a lot of people have said like, oh yeah, college is like your years to like get to know people and stuff like that. So, and
I feel like that, I don't know. I feel like that just really depends on the person you are.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, admittedly, like, it's hard to make friends once you're out of college. I just want to say that. So for anyone that's not out of college yet or before college, just keep in mind it's hard. It's hard once you get into the real world.
Okay, and your biggest triumph.
And my biggest triumph, you know, it's gonna be personal, but probably releasing the last album that I released, in terms of like music, which, you know, probably has nothing to do with any of you guys or the channel. Probably, you know, you guys might not even like really know about it, but like I released you know, an album that I was like, that took. I think I was in the works like for like 2 years, doing the whole thing, like going back and forth, and you know, I was just really satisfied with what I've released, and you know, it's one of the few things I can like go back on. I'm like, oh, like, hey, this is actually kind of decent. So that's you know, once again, personal. It doesn't really have to do with the channel, but that's, if I'm being honest, I'd probably say that. So do you want to answer?
Do I want to answer?
Do you have an answer?
No, I'm just kidding. I'll answer. All right. Okay. I'll get personal. Up close and personal, guys, okay? All right. I'll go with biggest regret first.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll be a little vulnerable here, but there have been a lot of times in my life where I've had the opportunity to take chances and take risks, whether that's with my writing or, you know, anything else, any hobbies that I enjoy. There have been opportunities that I could have taken to go farther, and I didn't take them because, and maybe this isn't necessarily a specific regret. I just think this is a huge regret of mine, probably my biggest, because there are many missed opportunities and many paths I could have taken, and I didn't take them. And looking back now, I can't help but wonder what would have happened if I had taken those risks. If I had been able to just allow myself to put myself out there and to not be afraid of judgment or criticism, if I just allowed myself to hear other people's words. My biggest triumph is actually in college. I wrote a short story. It was my final, and it was part of the novel that I'm trying to write, and I was afraid to, because I was like, I don't think anyone's going to be able to enjoy this, because it was the type of final where I was reading an excerpt, my bad, from my short story, and then other people had to give me their critiques and also what they enjoyed as well. And I was very nervous, but I would say that was very productive, and I felt, even though I did receive, you know, some criticism and things I could do better, I still really enjoyed myself because it allowed me to learn more about how I can grow as a writer and how I can craft my story to be better. And I would say that's something to be proud of. I think anytime you put yourself out there, that's something to be proud of. I mean, the world is very judgmental and harsh. And I think that when you allow yourself to ignore the outside noise and the voices in your head that are telling you that you're not good enough, I feel like that's something to celebrate. So that's what I would say, at least. Yeah.
Definitely.
Here's, I think this is the last question, so.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
How do you see this is actually a good closer, but how do you see your channel changing or evolving over time?
Like in the future?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is a very nice question.
That's a very conclusive one, yeah. Especially looking forward or looking into the future. As you guys might have known, I'm not gonna go into details to keep privacy, but I moved to a new city that's about 2 hours away from the last city I lived in basically my whole life. And so a lot of the other members in the channel were up there. So I imagine, basically, part of the reason why I brought up making new friends is because I imagine trying to make some new friends here and
in a new city.
In a new city, and maybe us making friends together, me and Tanya, and having a new group of 4 to do like some new couch videos, like a party game or something like that for the channel. And I'm not gonna say like I'm not excluding any of the other members to do their own content. They're free to do their own stuff. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have 2 groups, one down here and one up there, something like that. I don't know. We're kind of in an interesting spot right now where things can change. And I still imagine, obviously, doing cable series together as a dynamic duo. I've been really enjoying doing that. So
yeah, I'm just so dynamic, guys.
And like we're doing Lego Star Wars right now. We did the Wii Sports, Super Paper Mario, and I'm just looking forward to whatever series we do next. So
yeah,
so
stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah, so I would imagine that. I definitely want to keep doing the 4-player content. I want to keep doing this like duo stuff that we're doing. And I think, I would say expect more of that. I want to do more shorts too, by the way.
Yeah, those have been really fun, guys.
We started doing shorts. I haven't gotten back into them just because we've been getting settled into a new place and we got to kind of get back into the flow of it. But I want to do more of those too. So expect those in the future.
Yeah, they've been really fun. I think it's been a really fun way to get new people into the channel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, guys, those were all of the questions. I mean, there were some duplicates in there, but we made it. We made it to the end of the questions.
Just under an hour.
Just under 1 hour, guys.
But
yeah, there was a good amount of duplicates, so I didn't ask those. But I want to say thank you to everyone who asked questions and everyone who wanted to know more about the channel.
Yeah.
And anyone who didn't ask questions, if you guys want to see more, content where we're just kind of laid back and just kind of talking, let us know. We could try to figure something out.
Yeah, for sure. If you enjoyed this, we might do more ideas like this. So this is definitely something new for us to do on the channel. And it was actually an idea that Tanya came up with herself.
Yes, thank you guys.
So
thank you.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And, thank you for asking the questions once again. And
be sure to stay tuned for other content that will be coming out soon. Join the Discord, join the Patreon that doesn't exist, but I still say it'll exist eventually. And yeah.
Stay tuned for more and see you guys next time.
Later, gamers.